This is Irontrader. It is Thursday morning, so as usual, we're going to review crude oil here and natural gas. But first of all, we'll take a look here at Tesla, TSLA. The robo-taxi is supposed to be debuted today. Could be a big deal, or it could be a nothing burger. So we got to see how that's going to shake out. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, not ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Tesla, your daily and your weekly chart. Now you can see here when we put in this high here of 264.85, didn't make it all the way up to the 271 here, kind of like a double top situation, and then she came down. And now it's been holding that 21-day here very nicely, and then basically we've got like a sideways action here. So okay, so here's what. Let's take a look at the downside here first. So what you want to watch is obviously yesterday's low. That's that 239.51. Then we'll come over to the bottom of this candle here, 237.81, and then you always want to look here to the left here. That's 235 flat, okay? Because this is where it ran up, came down, and then that's where it broke right on out. So you always want to check that candle right there. 235, that's going to be very key. So you can see right now we have a sideways action, and it's holding up very nicely here, okay? So again, if that's lost, then what we'll do is we'll look to the bottom of this candle, 232.13. We come down here to 226.88, and then your big target is going to be 225.15. That's your 50-day, and then we have your price channel here at 216.80, which is basically just the bottom of that candle, and then we have your 100-day at 215.63 here. Now, on the upside, we really need to reclaim, okay, on a closing basis is this 21-day. That's going to be very key, 243.52. And then we have that 8-day sitting right above it at 248.88. Now you can see here when it sold off, it could not get through that 8-day. That's why I always stress this 8-day, how strong it is. That's big time resistance. See, look how many days you had sideways action, but you couldn't blast on through it. So that's going to be the key. So today what you want to watch is 243.52, but more important is 248.22. Now when the market opens here, the daily chart hasn't opened up yet. So that 8-day will probably be a little bit lower, but just watch that 8-day. That's going to be key. Now again, if we get above it, we'll come to the top of this candle, 249.83. You got 250 and 96, and then we just go right to the left, start working yourself all the way on up here very nicely until to that 250, 254, 264.86. That's going to be your big target level here. But realistically, just watch that 21-day, watch that 8-day, and then we can just follow the candles up until we get that. Again, obviously, if you break about that, then we have that 271. That's above that, you got blue sky. Now, we look here on a weekly chart here. Well, you got a lot of good key levels here, okay? So right now here, the price is above all your simple moving averages, which is always very good. So this is what you really want to watch on a weekly basis is that 236.41 level. That's going to be very key, okay? So that's just right above here, this 235 level right there. So that's going to what you're going to watch on a closing basis for the week, 236.41. If that is lost, you come down here 233.16, and then you can just work yourself all the way on down here. But that 200-day is going to be very key. You can see here how we're holding it right now. But as when it sold off here, we just had that like a double top situation. That's basically what we had here. It didn't really get up to that 271, but you came up here into the area, and then she just sold off. So just on a weekly basis, watch that 236.41, very critical. And then we come right down here to that 233.16 level. That's as also very critical here on a closing basis. Now again, this will be by Friday because this is a weekly chart here, okay? But again, today, just watch that 21-day and that 8-day, and then watch what the news is, and not just reading the news on the robo-taxi, but what is the reaction to the news? That's the key, okay? Are they going to produce 1, 2, 3 they're going to have out here, and they're going to produce, a couple thousand on the road and this and this? When is this going to take action? Always watch the news. That's the key. It's the reaction to it is the key, okay? All right, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil here, daily chart, and natural gas daily chart. Pretty much tells the whole story right here. Okay, we had this big engulfing candle, and then yesterday what we came all the way on down here very nicely. But you notice that it closed above the 8-day and closed above the 50 SMA here. So yesterday, when I always say watch the futures, okay, at 6 o'clock, that's what you want. This is exactly what you want to watch here, okay? Because you're trading against yesterday's candle. Now, you notice that it just did really a whole lot of nothing in the after hours market, but it didn't sell down, okay? So that's why you say always want to watch the futures and watch the previous days candle situation. Okay, now you can see where the 8-day crossed above the 21-day, above the 50-day. That's looking very, very bullish here. As long as this 8-day holds on a closing basis, this crude oil is still going to go higher or sideways to higher, I should say. Okay, so you have a 73.61. That's going to be very, very key support. Right below it, we have that 50-day at 72.72, and then we have this 71.28, which lines up, well, just right below what we had for yesterday's low at 71.53 here. But that 71.28, that's going to be very, very key. Okay, but you can see the last 2 days, even though you had to sell up, it closed back above that 50-day and the 8-day, very, very crucial. Okay, so today's high so far, you had 74.57. Yesterday's high, 74.45. So right now we have ourselves as a higher high and a higher low here. Okay, so the next level we're going to be looking for here is going to be the top of this candle, 75.57, and then we're going to look at this 76.01, that 100-day, and then we're going to have that 77.32 level. Now again, there was a lot of war premium, a lot of hurricane action. I see 3 million people are out of power there. I don't know how this is all going to shake out there down in Florida, but a very, very tough situation for those people there. So hopefully that storm can pass and they can get their lives back together and get this all rebuilt here. Now, we don't know what's going to happen here with the whole Israel-Iran situation. This is that war premium. So always be very, very careful here. If that somehow gets settled or they don't do anything with the oil facilities, then this could come out sell off real hard here. But again, right now, as long as this 8-day is holding the price, then again, this could go much higher here. So, okay, so basically just watch your next resistance level, which is going to be 75.57, and then your 100-day, and then your 200-day. And it gets above that, then we'll look to the top of that candle there at that 78.46 level. Downside, just watch that 8-day, very, very crucial. Watch that 50-day, very, very crucial, and then watch that 21-day at 71.29 level here. Now, this looks, hey, look, it kind of like reversed here. This is look like it wants to move on up. The green is still over red. That shows good positive momentum here to take this bad boy a little bit higher. Now, natural gas is coming right off here. Okay, this was the big tail right here. Okay, because what you do is you engulfed all these candles. Okay, so when you do that, you're not only taking out the previous day, but you're engulfing everything that you had here for all those days. And then it closed below the 8-day, sold right on down. Now, yesterday, it sold right down here, but it held that 21-day. And so far, it's holding that 21-day. That's going to be very, very key. Now, it did fill this gap, which is always very, very good at that 2.658. Now we don't have to worry about that gap situation, which is always good because you never want to worry about, I got to get this gap filled. So we still have a gap all the way down here, but I don't think that's going to get filled right now. Okay, so here's what you do is you want to hold this 21-day. This is going to be very, very key on a closing basis, 2.631. If that is lost, we'll come right to the bottom of that candle right there, 2.56, and then we'll come to the bottom of this candle, 2.53. Then we'll come over to the top here, 2.46, and then we have roughly 4.5, and then right here is the big boy at 2.43, which is your 100-day, and then we have obviously your 200-day below that, and then your 50-day, and then your 200-day right below that. But as long as this holds this 21-day, this is looking very, very good here. Now, your RSI here, you're kind of trying to flatten out here. But again, if it can hold that, this RSI can turn up very, very nicely, and we can head towards that 8-day. This is still not good. I don't never like this when that green crosses that red. That is a sell signal, momentum to the downside, obviously. That's not good, okay? So let's just look at the upside here, okay? So what you want to do is look at the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at, well, first of all, we just look to the top of this gap here, okay? 2.658. That's what you're going to be looking for. And then we'll look to the bottom there. You're looking at roughly 2.7. Then we'll look at yesterday's high, 2.72. And then we're going to come right up here to that 8-day at 2.79. That's going to be the critical level right there, okay? So right now you're trading between the 21-day and that 8-day, okay? So if you can hold that 21-day, look right there, that's your target, okay? That's your upside target, 2.79, okay? So I'll be looking here for scalps either way. If we lose that 21-day, then I'll be going short. If we hold that 21-day, I might take a long ski all the way up here to your 8-day. Now remember that EIA report on natural gas will be out at 10:30. It's been a market mover, so we got to see how that's going to shake out. Okay, now just crude, remember, just watch here, your big target, 76.01, the 100-day, above that, 77.32, and then the top of that candle. Downside, watch that 8-day, very, very key, That's lost. We come to the 50-day, and then we have the 21-day. Okay, so just keep it simple, simple, simple. Natural gas, as long as you hold your 21-day, you're doing good. Okay, you got a good shot to rally up, back up to that 8 simple moving average. If it gets there, then we have to decide what it's going to do. Is it going to blast through, or if it's going to hit it and come right back down again? Okay, so this is actually setting up to be a really, really nice, good trade. If you start losing this 21-day and it starts selling off hard, then that's a short here, and we can just follow the candles right down to that 100-day. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here midday trading. And remember, a lot of information. 8:30 today, okay? CPI report, measuring inflation. Key. Tomorrow, okay? PPI at 8:30. So you got to stay sharp. If you're trading Tesla, watch what Tesla says, okay? Not just what they say, but the reaction to what they say, okay? That is going to be the key, the reaction to the news, okay, on the old robo-taxi. Okay. All right. Trade what's in front of you. Now what you want.